this Kansas City. Shit's ran gritty. In the summertime, the chicks be damn pretty. Born in the projects, then to the Ville.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bossy, and guess what today is, you guys? It is a story time. I haven't done a story time in a couple of weeks. Just because, I mean, like I said, eventually I'm gonna run out of stories. But you know, I still have some. I'm just trying not to do them as frequent. That way I can try to give y'all one at least every other week or so. Because, you know, pretty soon the story times will be done because my life now, I wouldn't say it's boring, but it somewhat is. I do the same thing every day. I'm a mother of 5, so I don't have a lot of drama and action going on or really anything funny. I mean, if anything happens, I'll just come to you guys with the story time. But I mean, a lot of these stories, actually almost all of them, are from my younger days because I'm an oldie. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm not stopping them, but I mean, they're probably gonna slow down quite a bit. So y'all gonna see more different things that I normally used to do on my channel. And I'm still gonna have my ass bossies. So I just wanted to get that out there just to let y'all know. Oh, and for those who wanted to know as well, because a lot of you guys have been asking, I do now have a P.O. box. I didn't want to get one, but y'all have been asking me so much, so I finally got one. So I'll have the P.O. box information down below. If you guys hear the kids as normal, it's winter vacation, so these kids is up and rowdy, and this is the only time I really have to record. So this story time is going to be about how these ghetto girls tried to fight me and the entire block, but I think they mainly wanted to fight me and another one of my friends. And y'all, let's just get into this story. So you guys, this story happened probably when I was in about the 5th or 6th grade. And when I was in the 5th or 6th grade, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a violent person. I wasn't about that life. I was, you know, all peace and love. None of the extra stuff. I wasn't trying to fight with nobody. I mean, you know, I fought with my brothers or family members or some of my close friends. But other than that, you know, when I was in 5th and 6th grade, I was in a school still with elementary kids, because the school I went to was from kindergarten to 8th grade. So we didn't have, a lot of the people I was around, we was around each other since we were in kindergarten. And like, we didn't have a bunch of drama and issues. So I never really was around a bunch of fighting and violence until I went to high school. So anyway, to get back on track, where I lived in my neighborhood, it was a pretty nice neighborhood. But if you go like down the block some, across the street and around the corner, it's a little more rough. And in that area, it was kids that lived over there that lived more of a hard, rough life. And this is from when I was younger. So these girls was like real rough and ratchet. They used to walk outside barefoot with their shoes off. Their fingernails always looked dirty. They used to always have their hair up in them little bitty ponytails with all them scrunchies on their head that was like dirty and different colors, like with the brown gel on the scrunchies. Like, it just was really bad. But even though those girls was real rough, like, I end up, well, I thought I became friends with a couple of them, but we gonna name these girls Kiki, Lulu, and Mimi. They would come over, you know, on our block or whatever, and play with me and, you know, my 3 best friends. And, you know, sometimes their brother would come and they would play with my brothers or whatever. But I thought we was, you know, cool. They wasn't like my best friends, but, you know, they were still girls that, you know, we would, you know, have fun and play with and stuff like that. From time to time, you know, sometimes when they would come over and play with us, they would kind of act funny, or they would try to like crack jokes on us. Mainly me, for whatever reason. Especially when they had their cousins with them, they would like try to act real funny acting. They would like always want to all of a sudden play fight and all of this stuff. And so they wanted Kiki to hit me for whatever reason. And I didn't know why. I thought we was all friends. I thought we was all, you know, associates. I wasn't ready to be trying to, you know, have no altercation, because of course once she hit me, because you could tell they wanted to stir up some trouble, and I wasn't down for that. Like, y'all came over here to play with us and hang out with us. Why y'all trying to get her to hit me for what? And she was like really wanting to do it. I'm looking like, hold on, what did we do? What are we doing? What she need to try to hit me for? Like I said, I wasn't about that life. I wasn't scary, but I just didn't want to fight. You know, I didn't want to fight nobody. I didn't want to have no problems. And so they was like, yeah, Kiki, go ahead, hit by semen, hit by semen. I'm like, no, for what? Like, chill out. I don't want her to hit me. So my friends, they start going back and forth with the girls. And, you know, I'm trying to be the mediator. Like, no, it's not that serious. Calm down, relax. The ghetto chicks from around the way, they end up going back home. And that was that. I don't know how much time passed, but eventually, you know, after school, whatever, we all go outside if we don't have homework, and we, you know, link up, do our little dance routines we be trying to make up or whatever, or we just be talking about boys or gossiping or just doing stuff the young girls do. So we all outside. My brothers are even outside playing with some of their friends or whatever. Here comes Kiki, Mimi, and Lulu, and their brother and one of their other girl cousins and another girl cousin that was pregnant. And the vibe they had when they came, I can remember they just was all walking, just looking real like they was trying to do something. And I was kind of confused, because the last time we seen y'all was trying to get me to play fight with somebody, or trying to have your sister hit me, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't down for that. And, you know, that was the end of that. Y'all had a little back and forth with my friends, but it was done. Like, I didn't even still understand to this day what's the point of kids always just wanting to fight kids for no reason. So they coming over there, walking up to on our block, and the pregnant girl, she got on these flip-flops. I can remember, like, because, you know, we were standing there looking at each other, but oh, her feet was so black at the bottom and dirty, and she just had on these real short, like, coochie cutter shorts, and this gray 2 little tank top with her big old little pregnant belly, and just ugh. Let me also let y'all know, my grandmother, she lived right next door to my house that I grew up in. So my grandmother, she used to always just sit on her indoor porch while we, you know, we would just be outside, because a lot of times my dad wouldn't be home. So you know, my grandmother, she would, you know, keep an eye on us and make sure we was okay. Anyway, they walk over. The first thing that the Kiki girl says is, Basima, I want to fight you. And I'm looking like, for what? Why? I thought we was cool. Like, I'm not saying that, but, you know, I'm sure I'm thinking that. I'm like, for what? Why? And she's just like, I want to fight you. And I'm like, I don't want to fight you. For what? Why are we fighting? And she was just like, I want to fight you. And so I'm like, I'm not fighting you. And she was like, well, we gonna fight today. And I'm like, no, we not gonna fight today. And so then my best friends, you know, they like, you're not gonna fight her, y'all not gonna touch her, and why y'all over here trying to start drama, why y'all trying to start stuff. And then that's when the pregnant cousin started talking about, we'll fight all of y'all bees, we'll fight all of y'all. And I'm looking like, you every bit of 16 or 17, and you coming over here trying to fight some, what, 5th or 6th graders? Like, get out of here. And you knocked up, get away from me. You should not be trying to fight me, and I still don't know why y'all trying to fight me. And so all of a sudden, the other cousin, I don't know her name, but she yells street fight. And so she's yelling street fight, and I'm like, what the and my heart is beating like, what is about to happen? Like I said, I'm not about that life. So the pregnant cousin is trying to square up with one of my friends. And first off, don't nobody want to fight this girl, because 1, you're pregnant, 2, you're way older than us and we don't even know you, 3, why do y'all want to fight us? Like, it's just like out of the blue, they just wanted to fight us. I knew they were a little more rough around the edges than we were, and you know, they would come over and, you know, ask if we had food sometimes. Not saying they didn't have food, but like they would come over and be like, oh, they always was begging a lot. That's maybe how I should say it. Kids do beg, but they was always begging a lot. And I don't know why they wanted to fight us all of a sudden. And I'm still like, I don't want to fight y'all. What are y'all trying to fight me for? Like, and I don't know if I can't say I really knew how to fight or not. And it's not even saying a person should know how to fight. But I knew one thing. If they hit me, I was going to hit them back. And I was kind of thinking like, I ain't really never had a fight with nobody, wasn't family, and I don't want to get in trouble by my daddy. So then my grandmother, she was on the porch and she starts seeing this commotion because the girls is like throwing stuff at us now, picking up rocks, throwing stuff. And my grandmother opens the door and she's like, y'all need to go somewhere with that. What are y'all trying to fight for? Y'all shouldn't be doing that. Y'all normally outside here playing with each other, and now y'all over here trying to start a bunch of chaos and start a bunch of mess. And the girls is yelling stuff at my grandma, talking about shut up. And they was like, y'all, my grandmother, I remember she said, y'all too pretty to be out here acting like this. And one of the girls was like, I'm ugly, so I can do what I want. And I'm just thinking like, now they talking mess to my grandma, and I'm starting to get upset. But my brother, he's looking like he's about to like get into it with their brother. I'm telling my brother like, no. And at the same time, I'm trying to look to make sure none of these girls like run up on me and hit me, because the whole while they doing all this talking, saying they want to fight, you know, all in the middle of our street, yelling stuff, throwing stuff at people, even though stuff isn't hitting none of us, not that I can remember. They're still not actually coming up on us to actually put their hands on us. And I don't know if it was just because they knew me, I didn't want to fight, and I'm sure my friends didn't want to fight either, because we didn't have no issues with them. But they talking crazy and disrespectful to my grandmother. So then eventually I'm like, y'all need to quit talking to my grandma like that. Like, I don't know, ever since I've been little, I'm so protective over my peoples. And so I'm like, y'all need to quit talking to my grandma like that. Y'all need to go back home. Y'all need to go somewhere. Y'all need to go somewhere. And the pregnant teenage chick, she's like, girl, shut your fat butt up. Shut your fat butt up. You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. And I'm just sitting here like, y'all need to just go on back home. We was fine before y'all came over here. I don't even know why y'all trying to fight. I don't even know you. Like, and I'm not about to be trying to fight no pregnant girl. I'm in the 6th grade, I think. I had to be in 6th grade. But I'm like, I'm not fighting you. And they was like, you scared? And I just kept saying, as long as y'all don't hit me, we fine. As long as y'all don't hit me, we fine. I don't want to fight y'all. I don't want to fight y'all. My grandmother, she was just like, you know what? If y'all don't go back to where y'all live, I'm going to call the police. And so I guess that kind of scared them. So then they end up, you know, walking. All of a sudden, you know, we can't see them no more. But we're sitting at the bottom stoop on my steps, and all of a sudden we hear like a crash. And I got scared. I didn't know what it was, but it sounded like a big crash. And I ran in my house. And when I ran in the house and went into our main living room, it was a huge brick that was thrown through our window. Oh my God, talk about I was scared and pissed at the same time, because my daddy was gonna come home and he was gonna see that broken goddamn window, and I didn't want to tell him what happened. Like I said, for whatever reason, I was scared to let him know of what was going on, because I didn't want him to say, well, y'all can't go outside no more. He did flip, but he ended up, I guess, talking to their parents. He was mad when he got home and seen that. He asked what happened. I told him, you know, my aunts, they came over, they ended up saying, Basemi, you should have picked up a rock and threw it at them, and this and that, all this kind of stuff. But I was a lover, not a fighter back then. So anyway, the window got fixed eventually. But anyway, a few weeks later, I actually found out why they wanted to fight me particularly. So the girl Kiki, she had a crush on my brother, my little brother that's under me. She liked him a lot, and she had asked me, and I wasn't even thinking like this would be why she wanted to fight me, but she had asked me, Basima, do you think your brother likes me? And I was honest with her. You know, kids is honest. I ain't gonna lie to her. And I'm sure I probably said no, but I said no, he doesn't like you like that. And I'm sure that's all I said. I know I didn't say nothing extra because we was friends. She was upset because I told her my brother did not like her, which he really didn't, because he used to talk about them so bad. Yeah, and she got upset because of the fact that I said he did not like her. Because I'm not gonna lie, my brother didn't like her, but I didn't say it in no wrong way. And that's why she didn't like me. That's why all her peoples wanted to fight me and was willing to have a street fight on the block with me and all my friends and my brothers. And y'all, I was not, like I said, I wasn't about that life. I did not want to fight them. I thought we was cool, but I notice a lot nowadays, kids just like to fight just to be fighting. Girls, before we moved where we're at now in a nice neighborhood, the girls in my previous neighborhood used to want to fight my daughters all the time. My daughters have had so many fights, it does not make any type of sense. It pissed me off beyond belief. And these girls wanted to fight them just because they were jealous of my daughters, just because, just stupid stuff. And then they would record these fights, which used to piss me off even more. So all three of my daughters, which are all under the age of 13, have had physical fights with girls just because girls are jealous of them, girls don't like them, or either the girls, either my girl said something that the girls probably didn't like, or my girls didn't give them something that the girls may have wanted. It's just a bunch of mess. So I guess that stuff happened back in my day too, but it's more severe now. And people need to keep their kids under control because it's getting even worse. Girls are just so jealous and hateful, and I wasn't trying to be hateful. Of course, we ended up being friends again for a little bit, and then I think they moved away. But that is the time of my first almost street fight. It's not a very interesting story time, but I had some punk in me, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to fight. And that was that, y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this mini story time. I hope it was okay for y'all. Like I said, my story times, all the good stuff I've already told y'all. And I mean, I just hope y'all enjoy them. All my stories won't be 30 and 28 minutes long. Some of them might be 15 minutes long. Some of them might be 7 to 8 minutes long. I hope everyone has a happy new year. When y'all see this video, it should be a New Year's Eve. Thank you all for all of your support. I'm not gonna make it to 40K, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. I still love y'all, my true riders who have stuck with me from the first video I uploaded when I was, what, how many months pregnant was I? I was pregnant with my baby boy. So I've been on YouTube for a little bit, but I really appreciate all of y'all for, you know, holding me down, commenting on my videos, just showing me so much love on this channel and on my vlog channel, Bossy's Life. I love y'all so much, and I hope y'all have a great new year. Bye, loves.